Welcome to our analysis today. We're about to step into what is literally one of the most fascinating, mind-bending puzzles of logic, virtue, and human nature you'll find anywhere in classical literature. We are diving deep into a pivotal moment from the Mahabharata. It's a moment where destiny itself pivots on a single, seemingly innocent phrase. If you love dissecting complex dilemmas, seeing how great leaders navigate totally impossible situations, you are absolutely going to love this.
So what happens when a mother's simple mistake changes the fate of an entire empire? Now, I know that sounds like a bit of hyperbole, right? But in the ancient world of the Pandavas, words held unimaginable power. A single blind command can actually corner the most powerful warriors on Earth into a brutal moral trap. We're going to explore this massive, high-stakes dilemma together, breaking down exactly how a split-second error forces a historic and, honestly, a highly unconventional decision.
Section 1. The Fateful Mistake. Our story kicks off with the 5 Pandava brothers. They're living in exile, and they've just returned home to their mother with their daily alms. Only, today, their alms happens to be a princess.
The dramatic irony here is just absolutely incredible. From inside the room, completely blind to what her sons have actually brought home, Kunti calls out, "Enjoy ye all what ye have obtained." I mean, it sounds like standard loving motherly advice, right? Just go ahead and share what you brought home, boys. But she hasn't seen that their alms for the day is actually a human being. Arjuna has just won the hand of the spectacular Princess Draupadi in a massive, grand competition.
The moment she steps out and beholds the princess, reality crashes down. Utter panic sets in. She cries out, "Oh, what have I said?" It's a totally relatable human moment of instant regret. But here's the catch. In this culture, a mother's command is sacred. It literally cannot simply be taken back. Anxious from the fear of committing a terrible sin, she grabs Draupadi by the hand and begs her eldest son, Yudhishthira, to find a way out. She needs him to accomplish 3 basically impossible things: prevent sin, keep her spoken word true, and somehow ensure the princess doesn't feel uneasy about this totally catastrophic misunderstanding.
Moving on to Section 2. The Dilemma of Virtue. The weight of this whole mistake now falls entirely on Yudhishthira's shoulders, since he's the eldest brother and pretty much the embodiment of righteousness. As king, Yudhishthira tries the most logical solution first. He turns to Arjuna, the one who actually won the competition, and tells him to just light the sacred fire and marry her. Boom. Problem solved, right? Well, no. Arjuna essentially throws the massive problem right back at his brother. He flat out refuses, saying, "O king, do not make me a participator in sin. Thy behest is not conformable to virtue." He's basically telling his king and his older brother that his order violates sacred laws. No way is he doing it.
Okay, let's dive into this hierarchy for a second to really understand Arjuna's refusal. Yudhishthira, Bhima, Arjuna, Nakula, and Sahadeva. According to the strict ancient rules of virtue that govern their lives, a younger brother absolutely cannot marry before his older brothers. And Arjuna? He's third in line. He tells Yudhishthira that Yudhishthira must wed first, then the mighty Bhima, and only then can Arjuna himself marry, followed by the twins, Nakula and Sahadeva. So he leaves it entirely up to Yudhishthira to figure out a solution that actually fits this strict code of virtue.
This brings us to Section 3, a threat to brotherhood. So, the logical, rules-based solutions have totally failed, and as the brothers sit there in this tense silence, a highly emotional, dangerous new variable enters the equation. The text introduces us to a very powerful force, the god of desire. Panchali, or Draupadi, is described as having this lavish beauty modeled by the creator himself. We're talking beauty so immense it could captivate the heart of literally any creature. And as the 5 brothers look at her, this overwhelming desire invades all of their hearts simultaneously. The text uses some really intense language here, stating that this desire continued to crush all their senses. So they aren't just thinking about the rules anymore, they are deeply, physically drawn to her.
Now, Yudhishthira is incredibly perceptive. He looks at his younger brothers and immediately senses a deep threat, a division amongst the brothers. Think about it. If they all desire the exact same woman, and the rules of who gets to marry her are completely tangled up in their mother's mistake, the resulting jealousy and conflict could just tear their family apart. For the Pandavas, their unity is really their only strength in a very hostile world. Fighting over Draupadi, that would utterly destroy them. Which brings us to the climax in Section 4, the unconventional solution. Yudhishthira quickly realizes that conventional rules simply cannot solve an unconventional crisis. So,
The crucial point is Yudhishthira's balancing act. His mind is working like a master chess player, racing to balance three very distinct, very difficult conditions. Number one, Kunti's spoken words must become true to avoid the sin of a broken vow. Number two, the princess of Panchala must not be uneasy or dishonored. And number three, probably the most urgent, the brothers must avoid any internal division from jealousy or desire. And guess what? Every single conventional option fails at least one of these criteria.
And here is his dramatic resolution. The auspicious Draupadi shall be the common wife of us all. Just like that, with this single, shocking decree, Yudhishthira threads the needle. His mother's words are honored, they will literally all share the alms. The birth order is perfectly respected because they're all marrying her together, meaning no younger brother is jumping ahead in line. And that terrifying threat of jealousy, completely neutralized, because no single brother is claiming her exclusively. The impossible dilemma is actually solved.
Let's transition over to the epilogue in Section 5, Recognizing the Fire. The internal family drama is resolved for now, but remember, the brothers are still fugitives in disguise, and they're about to receive some very unexpected visitors.
Krishna and Baladeva arrive at the humble potter's house to find the brothers. Krishna had actually spotted them at the marriage competition and suspected that these 5 incredibly powerful men in disguise were in fact the heroes of the Kuru race. So when he arrives, he sees Yudhishthira with his younger brothers sitting all around him, glowing with this unmistakable inner splendor. Krishna walks right up to Yudhishthira, respectfully touches his feet, and simply introduces himself, saying, "I am Krishna."
Yudhishthira is genuinely taken aback. He welcomes them warmly, of course, but he just has to ask, "How, O Vasudeva, hast thou been able to trace us, as we are living in disguise?" He honestly thought their cover as poor ascetics was absolutely flawless. He can't fathom how their disguise was so easily pierced by Krishna's gaze.
And this brilliantly illustrates the core theme of this final scene, the disguise versus their true nature. On one hand, you have them hiding away in this lowly potter's abode, but Krishna sees right through the dirt and the humble clothes. He sees the undeniable splendor of true warriors. It's like a growing fire inside a cave. You know, you can put walls around a fire, you can try to hide it in the dark, but its heat and its light, they literally cannot be suppressed.
Krishna smilingly answers with this beautiful quote, "O king, fire, even if it is covered, can be known. Who else among men than the Pandavas could exhibit such might?" He completely validates their incredible power, confirming their fortunate escape from the wicked son of Dhritarashtra. He doesn't judge their unconventional marriage decision at all. Instead, he blesses their prosperity, telling them to grow like a fire gradually spreading itself all around. It's just a really profound moment of recognition.
Which leaves us with this final, lingering thought. What lengths must leaders go to in order to preserve unity and honor in the face of impossible fate? Yudhishthira had to basically break the norms of his entire civilization to keep his family together and his mother's word pure. He chose a path that seemed radical, sure, but it was the only path that preserved the core virtues he valued most. It really forces us to ask ourselves, when the rules clash with survival and unity, which do we choose? Thank you so much for joining me to explore this incredible narrative. I hope this deep dive has sparked your curiosity to explore even more of this epic text.